Hey everyone, it's Dan here, and because it is really close, Halloween is this week. Halloween is actually coming up this Thursday at the time that I'm filming this, so I figured, you know what, I better get on with it and film my pickup video for the month of October. Actually, this month I'm going to have two pickup videos, and not because I got that many books, but no, if you noticed in my September pickups video, I did pick up a graphic novel, and this month is going to be slightly different. This is a part of my improvements for my channel. I'm going to be starting to pick up more comics and graphic novels every month, so I will be filming a comic book graphic novel pickups video for the month of October as well. That one, I don't know if I'm going to film it immediately after this one, so I may be wearing the same shirt. because of time constraints, I may film it immediately after filming this. Or, you know, but I do plan on uploading, instead of waiting till Friday, which I usually upload videos on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to upload a video on Thursday. But of course, by the time you guys see this, you'll already know that. So yeah, I don't even know why I'm reiterating that. But I picked up a few books this past month, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, I didn't pay anything for any of these books. I got them all for free. Hooray for that. So, the first book I actually picked up, I got this because my local library, every time I go to pick up books there, they always have, like, free books on a free cart there. And, to be honest with you, I have a copy of this on my Kindle. I got a copy of this from the publisher for a review, and to be honest with you, I haven't read it yet. Because I'm bad at reading Kindle books, because like I don't read my Kindle as often as I do physical books. So that was kind of the reason why, when I saw that there was a physical copy of this, even though it is very well read. Whoever read this before must have really cranked on the pages. And to be honest with you, I don't do that with my books because of this, because of the damage it does to the spine. But yeah, whoever had this really cranked on the... But it's the Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI. So I figured this was really interesting. It seems really interesting. Like I said, I got a copy of this free on my Kindle from the publisher. I was supposed to read and review it, I think, a couple years ago. It's been that long. But I got a physical copy now, so I'm more apt to read that sooner rather than later because of that. Also, I got this another day I went there. The Worst Case Scenario Survival Handbook, Dating and Sex. Now, I'm married. I've been married for a very long time, so it's been a while since I've been single and in the dating realm. But I saw this, and I kind of picked it up, and I'm like, this sounds fun. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out, and I want to read this just because it sounds fun. It's got like how to fend off a pickup artist, how to determine if your date is an axe murderer, how to have sex in a small space, how to deal with a cheating lover, how to remove difficult clothing, how to fend off an obsessive ex, how to survive if you wake up next to someone whose name you don't remember. I think this is going to be a really fun, funny kind of read, so that was one of the reasons why I picked this one up. I mean, it seems like a total parody. I mean, it says on the back, caution, book may not be used as a contraceptive device. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I picked this up. I mean, like, that just, it seems kind of funny and fun, so that's why I got that one. And then, another time, this is just recently that I got the last of these books. But I got this. Kilgore Trout, guys. If you are someone who has read a lot of Kurt Vonnegut, you know who Kilgore Trout is. But okay, I'm gonna explain for those who don't know. Kilgore Trout is a failed science fiction writer from Kurt Vonnegut's universe. He's like just this guy who is a failed sci-fi writer. But that's not Kurt Vonnegut. I did a little bit of research because at first I thought, I'm like, did Kurt Vonnegut like write under a pen name as Kilgore Trout? And I found out that no, he did not. And there are a bunch of these books by Kilgore Trout. It's actually Jose Philip Farmer who is actually Kilgore Trout. So I thought that that's kind of interesting. I do have some of that author's books on my shelf that are to be read, but I haven't read any of them yet. It's funny. Somebody gave this to somebody as a birthday present, and they have it inscribed in the front, and it's from 1979. So that's kind of neat. I mean, this is another well-loved book. It looks like it's got some slight water damage or not. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But, you know, to read something like this, which, yeah, I thought that would be totally interesting to check out. Of course, I got some more sci-fi. The Winter of the World by Poole Anderson. Not really sure what this one's about, but it looks like sci-fi fantasy stuff. And yet again, this is another writer that I have not read yet. And then there's the Dancer from Atlantis by the same author. Beautiful covers, though. I mean, these are pretty stunning. I don't even know. These have got to be from the 70s. Oh, they're book club editions, too. $1971. So yeah, these are older books. And then I've got a horror book. In a Dark Dream. And it says it's the first time in paperback. And this one says, Ordinary Summer Until the Dreams Begin. Cheryl Erskine awakens. Screaming every night, she whispers in her father's ear, "Something bad, Daddy." It sounds kinky. Something bad, Daddy. Glenn Erskine's worried about his daughter, but as police chief, he's got the whole town to worry about, especially with Jimmy Hale and loose. The murderer had been too crazy to stand trial. He'd been institutionalized instead. Now he's cured and coming home. So yeah, this one kind of sounded interesting. I mean, it's a Tor horror, and it was a library discard, so I was like, you know what? It's so hard to find horror books in my area. I don't know why. But when I saw that they were giving this away for free, I jumped on it. So, of course, I mentioned way back, I had a video, it was called my TBR Takedown. There were some really big books that I had on my shelf that were books that I hadn't finished them, and I wanted to finish them, and I had chosen to read Edgar Allan Poe's complete tales and poems and all that lot, and I haven't gotten very far in that book, guys. That book, if you remember, I should have brought it in here so I'd have it so I could show you guys. But it's like this. It is a chunky book. It is massive. I don't know exactly how many pages. It's got to be over 1,000 pages. Not only is it chunky, it's got like just really super tiny font. It's super tiny font. And it takes me quite a while just to read like 2 to 4 pages. So I've been really slow going at my pace at reading that. And to be honest with you, I have been reading other books. I know, shame on me. But it's my book, I own it, so it's not like it has to go back to the library. So I think I've made the decision. I was thinking beforehand I was going to see how far I could get with reading it and maybe stop reading it after Halloween. But I feel like, I've been kind of enjoying the stories I've been reading. And this is something I was thinking about when it comes to Edgar Allan Poe, is that everybody thinks that everything he wrote was gothic horror, and it's not. One of the stories I read by him was about seeking pirates' treasure. That was the gold bug or something like that. And I know he wrote like an early form of sci-fi. Like he did this one story about flying a hot air balloon to the moon. So like he's kind of a varied writer, but I know everybody just assumes he's gothic horror and he's not. So that's like another thing. And I really don't know how long it's going to take me to finish reading that book, but I'm going to continue on with it. I'm going to give it another month. I'm going to read it during the month of November. I might read it up until the start of the new year and then start, if I haven't finished it by the start of the new year, then I might stop it. But as of now, I think I'm going to continue reading it. I know there are a lot of new releases out there of stuff that I want to read, and I might continue, like, I might read, like, new stuff alongside with that, but just not dedicate as much time into reading the Poe Complete Collection, so we'll have to wait and see. But it kind of is what it is, you know? I mean, it's a big book. I mean, it's like Game of Thrones, like, but if it had super tiny font. I mean, this guy must have wrote like a lot of stuff in his lifetime. And I found something interesting though. Like he mentions Utica, New York, which I'm sure you guys, even if you're, well, maybe if you're from the same area as I am, might know Utica, New York. But like Utica, New York is like a small city, but apparently sometime in the 1800s it must have some sort of significance because Poe wrote about it, and I thought that was interesting. Because like I said, it's just a small city now, and I thought that was kind of neat that he mentioned it. He mentioned Syracuse too, which I don't really recall where Poe was from. I don't know if he was from down south or if he was from Massachusetts. I'm not 100% sure on the details of that. I might have to do some further research. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. These are the books I picked up for the month of October. If you would like me to read any of these sooner rather than later, or if you've read any of them, let me know down below. I'm not going to throw up Amazon links for all these, but I will put up the book depository link if you guys want to check out these books and maybe see if you could pick them up. So I keep looking out my window because I keep seeing people walking past and stuff, so a little distracting. But I need the extra light. So that's all I got for you guys. Another thing is, if you want to see some book reviews of books like this that I just shared with you guys, then go ahead, hit that subscriber link. While you're there, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload videos. I tend to stick to a Friday, Saturday, Sunday upload schedule, but sometimes during special circumstances, if I do a lot of reviews, then I may upload more and sooner than Friday, Saturday. And that's why I like to have that notification bell so you guys know when I upload. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Till next time, later.